What's up guys, welcome back, Judo Highlights here. It's that time again, top Ippons from the Worlds. So these ones are incredible. I think this video is 30 minutes long, so I hope you stick around as long as I do. It's going to be some epic stuff. A couple of wazaris in here that I think should be Ippons or is just as incredible as some of the Ippons. A couple of interesting things, a couple of funny things as well. And before we jump into things, make sure to like, subscribe. And a question for all of you guys. This video, it's only men's Ippons except for one. I'm going to do a separate video with the women's, and I've also included no newaza in this video. I've got another video for newaza. If I included all of that, it would be like an hour long, so I'm going to separate it out. And I also thought about separating this video out into weight classes, so let me know what you think if I did this by weight class instead. Alright, so start off the bat, new world champion, Bobanov, lovely Tayatoshi. Kind of reaps the leg there in the end. And watch the cameraman at the back. Bit of a fist pump from him. Good to have home support, of course. Here's another one from Bobanov, that left-sided drop seoi nage that he loves to do. And here's the one female Ippon that I put in this video. I just thought this was good. I mean, a bit of an eye poke. Resets, and then bam! Nice. Ukuri Ashibarai. Awesome stuff. So you can see her rubbing her eye before she goes into it, and I think she would be ecstatic to get that Ippon. Yeah. Alright, Grigolashvili now, and this was the throw to win it. The big Ippon, the big Koshigoruma. And this here, Hansokumake by the ref. Do not touch a celebrating judoka. That should be instant Hansokumake for the ref. Get off the tatami. Another one by Grigolashvili. I'm not sure what to call this one just because the grips are kind of awkward. I guess it's a Koshiguruma, but yeah, very awkward grips. You would never see that in Japan. Incredible stuff. I love what he does. Takoto now, and his Kochigari is lightning quick. So good. Watch how he just splits his legs, gets in there. I mean, look at that. Couldn't ask for a better Kochi. He's probably the best judoka in the world to do Kochigari. And this one here, Takoto again. And I think this was planned. I think he offered his back. He lowers his posture. And then Garigos takes that belt grip, looks for the Obitori Gaishi, but Takoto too quick with the Ochigari. Moriyama now, but this one goes to Lima for escaping this. Ippon for Lima for escaping this Uchimata. I mean, he saw the end before it happened, and then he just flipped out. Incredible acrobatics by Lima from Brazil. But, I mean, what happened after this was just more amazing. Moriyama made the adjustment, realized Lima could escape the Uchimata, so he just gets really close to him, wraps his hand around that neck, and if you've got such a tight grip around the neck like that, their shoulders are going to hit the mat. So, I mean, look at him, he's just pulling him tightly close to him. That's an incredible adjustment by Moriyama. Brilliant Ippon. Moriyama again now, and this one, I mean, I could talk about Moriyama all day, but watch the adjustment he makes here. So he's got double lapel, knows his opponent is going to post the hand, so he just waits for that to happen, takes another stab at it. It's incredible. Shumailov now, and I mean, you don't see these kind of osoto makikomis going over, you see them a lot going kind of under, like an Ippon seoi nage grip, but he goes over this really well. Blue holding onto that arm, but I think it was to his detriment in the end. This next one, hard to explain, but Blue, you can see him kind of drawing his opponent in, even though he's on the edge of the mat, which is equally kind of strange, but once he draws him in, goes in, jumps in there. Look at this. I mean, I thought this was going to be an Uchimata counter for sure. Goes in for the Kataguruma, the Uchimata, but then turns it into an Ochigari. Great stuff. This next one, another counter. Tani Otoshi counters it with the Kosoto Gake. I mean, he doesn't really hook the inside of the leg, but the movement's there. Shumailov again. And once those hands go up, I mean, it was just easy entry for the Sode. Blue trying to take the grips off, but that just made his hands go up. Lima, this is incredible. I mean, picture perfect, right? Sidestep, watch the little sidestep. Gets the grips, starts the movement. I mean, that's got to be Tayatoshi of the year, maybe. Margvelashvili. And Blue tried to go around behind him, look for a pickup or something, but Margvelashvili just wrapped heavy on that arm. Kochi into a sore. Beautiful combination. Gets him moving. It's all about the ashiwaza, getting people to move. And look at this, I mean, almost gets picked up. And then Blue doesn't know what to do. He's like, Kochi, Ochi, where do I go? Kochi Makikomi. You can see him with the inside leg. He's kind of feeling out the process, which one to go for. Left first right. Goes in for a sode. Opposite side. Now apparently, Nagayama, they call this Gyaku Ichi, which means to do a seoi nage, not an Ippon seoi nage, but with, you know, traditional grips, but on the opposite side of your dominant side. So Nagayama, he's a right-sided fighter, but does Gyaku Ichi, a left-sided seoi nage with traditional grips. I quite like it too, and so does Bobanov. Look at this. Uchimata counter from Smetov. I like what he's doing with the grips, putting the hands close together. It's kind of a concept I've been looking at recently. Putting the hands together. And Palati, I mean, he was just Mr. Golden Score, Mr. Losing by 2 Shidos. Okay, now I go. Here's my counter. See you later. I'm in the finals. That was exciting stuff from Palati. Triple. I mean, big throws, unique throws. But I don't know. I think he's got a few things to work on. Just recently, not as consistent as he probably could be. I mean, with throws like this, you would think he would be winning all the time. Palati, this Ochigari, he's thrown Nagase with it when he was down at 81s. But it's really unique. Not a lot of people drive in that direction for as long as he does. It's great. And another one from Palati, guys. Just a brilliant Kosotogake. One hand over, one hand under, taking the under grip. Kosotogake is got to be one of the best throws on the Judo tour. I think a lot of people use it. Good ashiwaza here. And we're gonna get into a series of just incredible ashiwaza very shortly. Especially from the Brazilian. Kagnine, I'm not sure how to say his name. Incredible guy. Through Orojov. And look at this, guys. I mean, don't put your hand behind your back. Come on. I mean, Frey took just complete advantage of that situation. Come on. And I'm just looking now, guys. Those ashiwaza Ippons, it's going to be a while. This video is long. Look at this. This one, I don't even know what's happening, but Sumigaishi, I guess. I guess you have to give him the Sumigaishi for that. Ida, I mean, I don't think he should do this ever again. The one-step Uchimata, especially with this side step. It's just too telegraphed. And that was read perfectly. Uchimata Skashi didn't even need to, you know, lift his leg up. Just got it on the inside. Fonseca, this is great stuff. Blue goes, he goes for his attack. And then immediately, on the way up, returns. That's a great time to go in for your own attack on the return. And I didn't mention at the beginning of this video, but I've included Ippons from the team events as well. So you get to see some of the other Japanese competitors who were in the team events, only in the team events, like Harada and Tajima. Tajima, he has some big throws in his arsenal. Reyes, in my opinion, Reyes should be world champion. I think he had a much better day than Todoroyev. Much cleaner techniques, much better judo. And who knows, did the referees have a part to play in all of this? You never know. I mean, there has to be, right? There has to be some kind of implicit bias when refs are competing in the home country. Look at this. What do you call this? Leg on the outside. Arm underneath. Ogoshi. Seoi otoshi, ogoshi otoshi. Can you say that? Reyes again. This time, a nice kosotogari. Such clean judo. You can tell he trains in Japan a lot. Uchimata, and then just hooking and stepping in there. That's some good stuff. Salamanzi now. Yoko Otoshi, and the commentators they were kind of, you know, they were saying this like almost every day, but Yoko Otoshi doesn't have the head out. Kataguruma, head's under the shoulder. Sorry, Yoko Otoshi has the head out, not under the shoulder. This one here by Reyes, I think this should be an Ippon, to be honest. It's kind of weird, you know, they say like the back patch on the mat, but you can read his name, see his country. I mean, how high up the back do you have to go before it's Ippon? I think like, you know, if your rib cage is on the ground, then that should be an Ippon. I don't think we have to go all the way up to the shoulders. Look at this big Uchimata. Runs away with it. Kochi. Kosoto. And blue goes in for Uchimata. Gets countered. So, I mean, good pressure by Manaskin. Nice counter. Two hands around the back. And, I mean, this was the only Obitori Gaishi that I saw throughout the whole contest, and I've seen everything. You guys would not believe how much of this contest I have watched. That's a good one. Another ogoshi for you guys here. And this kind of ogoshi, you don't see this a lot in Japan, this kind of split hip, you know, posting the leg like that between the legs. Shirazdashvili, he does it a lot. I mean, it's good, I love it. It's just, you don't see it a lot in Japan, for whatever reason. Coral now, and, I mean, this is well done. Takes 2 stabs at it. Looks like he's just going to stand back up, but he just drops back down again. Beautiful stuff. And soon, guys, we're going to get into some big man stuff. See some Ippons from Saito. Saito, it's kind of disappointing. I mean, what happened to him in the finals? I mean, obviously, inexperience. He probably should have had some other strategies up his sleeve, especially dealing with the weight difference. I think he could have easily kind of pressured him a bit more, taken it to the ground. But yeah, the Cuban, what's his name? Andy Granda. And it's kind of funny what happened in the teams. Kamo from the Ukraine ends up beating Granda twice in the team event. So recently crowned world champion, losing against Kamo. And I like Kamo. I mean, for a big guy, he's got some really good techniques. Nice Ochigari here. And he's got a nice Kosotogake coming up soon. So here he is, Granda. And Granda, I mean, interesting judo, doing techniques on both sides. I like what he's doing. I mean, look at this. Right-sided Sode, left-sided Osoto. And then, see that left hand? I mean, he did really, really good work to kind of push that left hand out and then push it against the chin when he went in for his technique. And this counter as well. So Granda, I mean, he's got great judo. It's interesting as well because he's much lighter than a lot of these heavyweights, but he's making it work for himself. So we'll see what he does in the future. But I do think the next time him and Saito meet, it's going to be Saito for sure. So here's the big man, and a big Haraigoshi. I mean, he should have done that earlier. I think he just needs to pull the trigger a bit more. He's got incredible techniques. I didn't realize he had such, like, incredible techniques. Yeah, good Uchimata, utilizing the length. Look at those long legs. Those are some long, long legs. Bit of a long leg intermission between the Saito clips. And this is the kind of technique I was talking about. I mean, you don't see heavyweights do Uchimatas like this, come on. Textbook perfect. Ashiguruma now. Not too bad. Gets it done. Kind of loses. Puts the elbow up a little bit too much. Loses it a little bit. And Kim here, I mean, this was great against Krapelik. Just, if you can, go and watch that fight. It's a good one because Kim, he just kind of puts the pressure on Krapelik, just keeps attacking, stops him from getting a grip, and then, I mean, this happened pretty early on. Kamo again now. Beautiful. Koso Logake. I mean, he's really good. And those two, they didn't shake hands after that. Not too sure what's going on. Toshishvili now. Lightning fast. Morote Seoi Nage. At the heavyweights. And he dodged that grip really well. Watch what he's doing with that overhand grip. Just nullifying it. Beautiful stuff. Givanashvili now. Gets a good counter here. Uchimata Skashi. I mean, they should just give it the Ippon, but White gets a Hansokumake for head diving. I've got a couple of clips building of head dives, so we might have another look at those. 1 point. Awesome Kataguruma here. It's a hard one for Blue. I mean, I don't think he did anything wrong. Just walking his foot in front, in between. I mean, everyone wants to put their foot between their opponent's legs, but just got countered in that instance. Speaking of counters, Ochigaishi, I have to guess. Yeah, Ochigaishi for sure. Next up is Muki, and just watch him bait his opponent onto him. Just walking backwards, waiting for the timing. And once those hands came forward, I mean, he was going forward. He ain't going backwards no more. Extreme right on right here. Good Morote Seonege driving. Morote Seonege. Looks for a Kosoto Gake at the start. Interesting. And next up, we've got another one from Muki, guys. Muki. I mean, this is the Muki of old, right? You know, just big, strong techniques going in here like this. Shamailov does techniques like this as well. Maybe it's maybe that's the trait of Israeli judo. Tajima now, this is awesome. Look, he pushes him forward before going backwards. Doesn't just go in for the Tani Otoshi. Watch him kind of like, you know, hip bump him forward. Not trying to throw him, just trying to make his momentum go forwards and then backwards. There it is there. There it is again. That's awesome. That's a really, really nice Ippon. And he didn't stop there. Tajima had some great Ippons. I like this a lot because you don't see Japanese guys picking up Europeans that often. And I think he's been a bit cheeky here. A bit funny. Rolls over at the end, but he knows Tajima got this Ippon. Look at this, goes in for the Ochi, and the big front Uchimata. I mean, that was really good. Tajima, he's exciting. He's really exciting. Kamo again now. And this is the throw against Andy Granda. Sumi Otoshi, big throw. And the thing is, I mean, Saito doesn't have these techniques. He wouldn't have been able to do this. Even though Granda, I think in that contest, he just played a gripping game. Didn't look to throw that much. Next up, triple again now. And this is a counter to Kosoto Gake. But Triple said on his Instagram page he was looking for a Sasai. So I guess, you know, two moves collided and Triple just had good kind of reactions to get the counter there. I love this one. This one's so good, but the ref kind of in the way. Can't stand this ref from Italy. I think she's from Italy. She just gets in the way of everything, stops people from celebrating. It's ridiculous. Look at this. I mean, the inside, just a little tap on the inside, but takes advantage of it. So many people tap that inside leg, but to get a counter like that, that's awesome. DeWitt, monstrous, also Togari. This one's good. Grip and go, and then just changes direction. Follows him around. So Levin now from Israel, and he's got his hand on that belt, and I mean, good on him, just continually attacking, looking for the Ochi, the Uchimata. Finally gets the big Koshiguruma. Another quick one from Tajima. Just a beautiful kochi makikomi. So I want to talk about the French team a little bit. And Mathieu, he's got a brilliant Ippons seoinage. I mean, look at this. Reminds me a little bit of Judo, the under 100 kg category judoka from France. But I mean, standing Ippons seoinage, it's not like a hugely high scoring technique, and what I mean by that is like you don't see it a lot, like kosoto gake or koshiguruma or sore surikomi goshi. So I mean, I've been thinking about this a lot for a while, and I mean Chadi he kind of told me a little bit, but the male team for France, they're not that great, even though France has like some of the biggest population of judoka in the world, more than Japan or something. I don't know how they measure these statistics. But yeah, something about the French team. I'm not sure what it is. Look at this. Seoinage. And then a kosoto. I mean, that's so good. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm rambling a little bit. We're deep into the video now. 20 minutes in. Oh, this one's beautiful. Watch him. Head goes right and then left for the osoto. Just faking directions. That's really, really good. Pressure. And then the seoinage. Might be the best seoinage of the tournament. I mean, Blue had the grips on the elbow, on the shoulder. Sorry. So I mean, he could have defended well, but the Korean just so good. And here we are, Kag9. This is all of his ashiwaza that I was talking about. This big one here. This is the one against Orojov. Kuriashi Harai. That's a great one. He does a lot of work with that sleeve hand as well. You'll see it in a counter he gets on Lombardo as well shortly. Here's another one attacking the back leg. He's really good with these ashiwaza. Nice seoi otoshi, kind of similar to Lima's. I'm not too sure if they train together, but this technique looks pretty damn similar to Lima's. That counter is coming up, trust me. Trust me. Here's another one. Gonna have to see it in slow motion to see what's happening here. Just an Ouchigari turns it. Fujiwara, and this is really awesome. It's gonna be slowed down in a second, but this is a wazari, but I included it just because it's amazing. So, watch the gripping exchange. He doesn't like the belt grip, so he defends the belt grip. But then, by defending and playing with Boltabayev's top hand grip, Boltabayev decides to go, cross over the top. And Fujiwara liked that grip, and it was at that moment he went in for his Ouchigari. So, forcing people to take grips, it's good stuff. And then this is just the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Might be the worst decision making. I mean, everything on the line. Nagase went out. It was incredible. Molai here, I mean, you could see he was looking for a counter, but not enough. Gets thrown with an interesting kataguruma. Another wazari here by Fujiwara, but I mean, give it an ippon. I mean, look what he did. That was incredible. That was incredible. Sidestep into the Uchimata? Who does that? Angvarina barely had any hands on his opponent. I think they gave this a wazari, but then they overturned it and considered it an ippon. Seoi otoshi now. Simply because he drops that leg on the outside. I feel like I'm arguing with myself these days. Cass, I mean, he doesn't have you don't see him do Uchimata, but he's got a great Uchimata. Look at this. Kochi. Fakes it here with the Kochi again. Looks for that could have been an Ouchigari, but he turned it into an Uchimata. That was really good. One of the fastest Ippons of the tournament. This Sode turned Kochi Makikomi from Lee. The footwork's incredible. And then the control of the hands, good stuff. Molai now. Kosotogake, that Kosotogake, it just comes up so much. Everyone does it. If you don't have a Kosotogake, you're not making it very far in the Olympic Tour. Olympic Tour, International Tour. My God. It's been a long day. Molai again. Interesting grip on the sleeve. Yoko Otoshi. Have a look at the grip he takes on the sleeve. Look at that grip. That's an interesting grip. And I mean, the head is under the shoulder, but you can't call that a kataguruma. Come on. This one here, great counter, but I mean, White, Rizoev, I guess his name is, you shouldn't be 100% committing into these kind of Tani Otoshis, or whatever he's trying to do, but you're just going to get countered. Stay safe for these kind of throws. Nice Tomoe-nage here. I feel like this is the first Tomoe-nage of the tournament. Been a lot of Koshigurumas, a lot of Uchimatas, a lot of Ashiwaza. Kosotogake, obviously. Oh, good counter here. Blue, he went for the Tani Otoshi fake twice. And then Bato from SVK. Where's SVK? I don't even know. Slovakia? Oh. Big Osotogari. That looked dangerous on the knee. Kosoto that started. Ooh. I didn't like that at all. Alright guys, final stretch here. We've got like three more Ippons to go. So if you've made it this far and you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Just made it to 70,000. Quite the milestone. So thank you very much for your support. Here's that counter I was talking about from Cog9. And yeah, if you got any comments, let me know. Kind of thinking about changing the format of this video, so any feedback is much appreciated. Sounding like a teacher now. That's what I do for my day job. Look at this, Seoi-nage, Kochi, Kataguruma, the Italian Kataguruma as they do. Awesome stuff. Alright guys, here's the last one. Nice bit of Ashiwaza. Why not finish with a bit of Ashiwaza? Okay, I'll see you guys later. Abu Dhabi Grand Slam is happening as I speak. I'll have stuff for that at some point, but probably not to the extent that I cover the World Championships. I think I need to take it easy a little bit. Alright guys, peace out. See ya.